Hello, and I am Plain Walker here. We're going to continue on with our tutorial series. And in this tutorial, we're going to be going over the Ableton Live 8 interface, going over the different components of the interface so that you can be oriented with it and have enough competency in the interface in order to start playing around with it. So, here we are. I'm going to now show you some of these different components. The first place I'd like to draw your attention is here, the info view. It will tell you, depending on where you hold your mouse over, what these different components are and what they do. So if you're ever confused about what one of these things does, you can have the info view open and you can close and open it like so, and just mouse over the components, and it can make it very easy for you to start becoming familiarized with the interface. So sort of running over the major areas of the interface is what I'm going to do first. The first here I'm going to show you is the browser. The browser allows you to find your different devices here in Ableton Live, your plugins as well, and also contains 3 memory saved file browser folders. You can browse your hard drives this way to find the content that you want. You can bookmark folders. Double clicking, you can expand folders clicking this little arrow. So we go here. Let's say I want to bookmark my document folder. I can click, and now you'll see it's down here on the list. So there's the browser. You can expand it and contract it like so. Down here you've got your groove pool, which we won't get so much into this time around, but it helps you adjust the sort of feel of your song. You have your transport bar where you set your tempo information, have all of your transport controls. You've got your loop controls and punch in and punch out switches. You've got your computer MIDI keyboard, your key map mode switch, MIDI switch. This is all used for mapping keys and MIDI controllers to different parts of Ableton. CPU load meter, hard disk overload indicator, and then MIDI track and indicator. So that pretty much covers this top bar area. Right here, you've got your clip view, which is used primarily for trying out different ideas and for live performance. Each row has a number of clips that you can trigger once you drag things into them, and then these are called scenes over here that can be played, in which case you click that, it will play all the clips in the row. You can show and hide different parts of the clip view here, your input-output area, show, hide, send section, show, hide, return tracks, your mixer like so, track delay, crossfader. And a little advice here, you can get a little bit more of a fine adjustment here in your track fader by clicking and dragging up here in what's called the mixer drop area. So that pretty much covers the different components of the clip view. Now we'll look at the arrange view. And the arrange view is used for more classical arranging and is sort of resemblant of a more traditional digital audio workstation. You've got your little loop area here. You can turn it on and off by clicking this button, and it pretty much covers it, aside from you've got more components here that you can turn on and off just like the clip view. Okay, one thing that's worth mentioning is you can create channels, audio and MIDI tracks, by going up here to the Create menu or using the commands. So here we go. We'll learn some key commands here. If you're on a Mac, you're going to hit the Command key and hit T to create a track. If you're on a PC, you're going to hit the Control key, hold the Control key down, and hit T to create a track. All right, we made an audio track. Then Command Shift, or on the PC Control Shift T, creates a MIDI track. So that's how you create and delete tracks. So you can select the track header and hit the delete key like so to get rid of them. Down here we've got our clip tab and our effects tab. This whole area can be expanded and collapsed by clicking this little arrow. And then you have your info view down here, which that's not the info view. That's the status bar, I believe. Down here, this long bar that looks like that, and that will show certain things like the path of files. It will give you information that is relevant to whatever it is that you are currently selecting or what you're currently tasked Ableton to do. So let's really quick get some loops into Ableton so that we can, or sorry, into Live so that we can get started creating stuff. So I've got a loop library here, and I've already got a couple folders open. Some of these dead mouse samples, and you can preview these things by actually just clicking the, I'm going to close the window here, or make the volume down a little bit so that you don't actually hear too much. Probably won't affect what you hear, but here we go. You can preview your samples like so. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and stop the preview. You can start and stop the preview by hitting this little headphone button down here. And we're going to go ahead and drag some of these into some channels so we can start playing around with our sounds. Okay. Now, all of these playing together are probably going to be a little bit overwhelming. So let's go ahead and take the master volume level down. Go ahead and set it down to about -10. You can see there down here in the status bar, it actually tells you what the decibel level of the track volume is. And if you go here and click and drag up just a little bit, then it will, I have to go a little more. It'll give you a display of what the track volume is right there. So now we can play our different loops, and it will mix them together. It's a very easy way to get started. Stopping the clip button right there. Okay, so that pretty much covers how to get loops into the clip view, and we're just going to leave it at that. And you should know enough now to begin playing around with Ableton Live 8, and I will catch you next time around. This is Plain Walker with Waveguild, signing off.